Hello and welcome to Tea with Julia, where you will have a chance to have a virtual cuppa with me, Julia Eastbourne. Eastbourne is known as the town of 1,000 cafes and tea shops. So I thought to myself, what can I do? Well, my treat, if I've got a little bit of money, because I try not to drink too much these days, is to go out for a cup of tea or coffee. And I used to have a friend, now long dead, Maureen. She used to ring up sometimes when she was in London and I was flat sitting for her and saying, hello, I've got a bottle of bourbon. You get a bottle of something out of the fridge. And then we drink 60 miles apart. And I thought, well, I can do that with my general population out in the larger world. So now, rather than having tea on my own, I'm having tea with you. So get some tea, coffee, bickies, whatever you like, and you can sit and enjoy tea with me here in Eastbourne. Now, this is Flavoloso, which, if you know Eastbourne, Flavoloso is a way of life. It is absolutely bloody marvellous. It's one of their favourite places. And very, very good coffee. But today I'm having tea, because I've had coffee earlier. It's quite interesting because it's right in the middle of the town theatre district. We do have other theatres in other parts of the town, but over there's Devonshire Park. That's the Winter Garden, which used to be well, it is in fact glazed. They painted it over for the Blitz, and it's still painted over. Dreadful sound quality though, because all that glass, not good for music. And just down there is the Congress. The Congress at the moment is being restored. Also, we've got the Brayley Centre for music, and the Towner is currently here, having moved up from Gilbridge House. So, and we've got the Buccaneer, the theatrical pub, and it's all within sight. So this is very much a centre of Eastbourne, at least on one side of Eastbourne. Wonderful ice creams as well, but I mustn't ice cream when it's not a good idea. No, I like a cup of tea. All kinds of tea. And there's so many places here, but I thought this was the one to start off with. So I'm doing this. I do my art therapy in this area at the town. I like doing it, but I don't think anybody else would particularly want to see it. I'm not sure. I think I'd probably have to pay them to put it on their walls, not the other way around. It might work, but still, we'll do sometime. Hopefully, find some people to chat to. Various friends around. I've thought about the fabulous Robbie, whose career I'm trying to promote at the moment. I'm trying to be his Malcolm McLaren at the moment to get Robbie some attention, which is not always difficult. I'm coming to the end of a bit of a sticky patch in my life. I hope I'm coming to the end of it. I'm trying to raise myself up again. This seems to help. This seems to be something I should be doing. So, if you want to join me for subsequent teas with Julia, and perhaps you can write in and say what tea you're drinking with me at the moment, or what cake. We like cake, but we're not supposed to have cake. It's not good for us. It's still better for us inside, I know. So I thought, why am I doing tea with Julia? And I'm trying to relaunch my life, if my health will let me. And see, I went through a bit of a midlife crisis in my 40s. I was in my mid-40s, and I've been ill for a lot of years. My health's never been good. And I thought to myself, oh, whoopee, I got, I'm going to live before it's too late. And I tried living like I lived in my 20s and early 30s, in my late 40s, and mid to late 40s, and it wasn't a good idea. And the biggest problem, funnily enough, is the world had changed. I mean, the internet, for a start, totally changed it. People were different, Older people had changed with the times. I hadn't, because being pretty ill, I was, and I still am I've been pretty ill constantly for the last 20 years, but I thought, no, illness or no illness, I'll try and live a bit more. I'll try and socialise a bit more, because I've become a bit reclusive. And it all got out of hand. So now I'm trying to clean up my act a bit. trying to relaunch myself at the moment. I'm sort of trying to move in a slightly different direction, but the trouble is I don't actually know what direction it is. It's going to involve tea. I know that. It's going to involve tea and possibly coffee, rather more than something. And this is an amazing place. There's an awful lot goes on in Sussex that people don't know about. It's interesting and different. And I've lived here all my life. All my life, I think I've lived closer to Dieppe than London. And my mum's family are very, very old Sussex. Back in Hastings, back in the 1700s. And it's not as unique as it was. It's become a bit kind of Thames estuary, but it's still a bit oddball, still a bit unusual and different. And I thought, there's a lot, especially with middle-aged people, there's like everywhere else you're dead once you're over 30, but here you find a lot of creative and interesting people in their 40s, 50s, 60s doing sort of middle-age and beginning of old age. You'll find a lot of people doing a lot of stuff down here, and I thought it's time it was recorded, time it got to a larger, even a global audience for Sussex. So I thought that could be my new direction, because my life got a bit out of hand before. There have been stages throughout my life where things have got a little bit too naughty, and I don't want to be naughty. I know that. I've got to be sensible now. So this is what I'm going to do, is witter on and on in tea shops, meaninglessly. Now, there's going to be good stuff as well. Good stuff as well. Especially if I'm trying to get some friends I know who do creative stuff, including pictures you might actually want to see. Write bits of music, have friends who do that kind of stuff. So that's kind of the concept for Tea with Julia. Every cafe and tea shop seems to have its own flavour. It has its regulars, just like pubs. And this one is very stylish, I think, because of the theatre crowd. None of the ladies in here are very well dressed, and I think this place has had a certain influence on my own appearance. There definitely is such a thing as an Eastbourne look, which I like. It's quite smart, a little bit different, but it's not over the top. Like a lot of West Sussex, it's very alternative, which is fine. A lot of West Sussex people spend a lot of money on their looks, and their looks are fabulous, but they're a little bit more alternative than I would be, certainly at my age. Brighton's very casual, more casual than really I would want to be. I'm from a slightly dressier generation. You have people, late 70s, 80s, early 90s, tended to express themselves more through clothing than they do now. Which you could say is a bit phony, but I mean, we all express ourselves. I mean, language isn't natural, or is it? And I do notice that with the decline of clothes, people are just having more tattoos and jewellery, so there's the difference. So yes, I do like the Eastbourne look. Certainly preferable to the Innsmouth look. I might even venture out to other parts of Sussex at some point, but I like the East more than the West. I'm not there to slag off West Sussex, but West Sussex, it's not me. You know, I know that the division only dates from the 70s and it's artificial politically, but it always feels like a different county the other side of Brighton. And that area, especially the coastal area, always makes me feel a bit weird these days. There's that whole, I don't know if you know this, the Devil's Triangle, they call it, once you get the other side of Brighton. There is something a little bit Eddinge, a little bit Stephen King about that part of the world. Once you get to Shoreham, really up until you get to Chichester, I don't really feel on home ground. It's all a bit theremin music. Ooh. So I tend to be an East Sussex person, and if anything, with that Kent. You know, it's not for me. West Sussex generally is not for me. I have been told to stay out of certain parts of West Sussex, but I wouldn't go there anyway. So East Sussex has got its spooky side as well, but it doesn't seem to be quite as bad. And it's offset by a certain light-heartedness I don't find in the west of the county, but maybe I haven't experienced enough of it. I just don't seem to be their sort of person. Not of West Sussex. Perhaps they're relieved by that. Watching the herring gulls. I don't know if you can catch it, but they're bin raiding. Bin raiding herring gulls are a notorious Eastbourne feature. In fact, many years ago, I used to work at the Hydro Hotel. Part of my job was actually chasing herring gulls off the terrace when we were doing buffets. And people used to say, "That's mean, don't chase them off." But I'd say, "Sir, we were diving Newhaven Tip this morning. One must think of hygiene." But I'm fond of herring gulls, nuisance though they are, because having spent so much of my life by the seaside, they're kind of the sound of home. I came back here in 2003 and heard the herring gulls in the night. I thought, I'm home. It's part of the price you pay for living here. And they're highly intelligent birds, a bit like rooks inland. I love rooks for the same reason. Very clever animals. They know what they're doing, these rooks. Although, of course, the pleasant thing about rooks is that they are highly cannibalistic. The minute you're past it in rook society, that's it, you're lunch. Birds are very unsentimental creatures, but interesting. I like them, I think, because they're so alien. You know, they're so different from us, they went down such a different path. A flight path, indeed. They try to come in here, in fact, sometimes they do walk in, sometimes we chase out. My God, the people have got a building for this awful food. They're quite organised creatures. We used to have a lot of blackhead gulls, lesser blackheads in this area, but the herrings kind of pushed them out. A much smaller gull, much less intelligent, about the size of a pigeon. And not as interesting to watch, but not as much of a nuisance, because they're not big enough or clever enough to get into dustbins. I'm personally of the opinion, now they've switched their diet, because they're called herring gulls because they used to eat herring. I mean, when I was a kid in Newhaven, they used to chase the trawlers and out and everything. But nowadays, they live mostly on dropped, leftover fast food, especially the weekends when people are drunk and drop their chips all over the sidewalk. So I think that they ought to really be called kebab gulls now. I mean, the old sailors said they tasted the fish, but I think they probably tasted kebabs these days. Nothing stays the same, which is sometimes good and sometimes bad. I expect a gull that tastes of kebabs is better than one that tastes of herrings. Although I am fond of herrings, especially pickled ones.